Hey guys, it's been quite an exciting week in tech. We're about to run through some of the biggest stories of the week, and we'll be looking at everything from the Nintendo breach, Fitbit's Flow, Acer's new hardware, and even the brand new PS5. So let's get started, shall we? I'm Jeevan, and this is your second download. This week was a big week for Android, with Google announcing the release of the Android 11 beta. The new beta brings a lot of functional changes which put people an easier control front and center. Some of the most noticeable differences come in the notifications shade and the power menu. Notifications on Android will now be organized according to 3 categories: conversations, alerting notifications, and silent notifications. The new conversations category allows your messaging apps to surface more easily in your notifications, and you'll also be able to make these conversations bubbles, akin to what we've seen in Facebook's Messenger app. Another big change is the media controls widget, which is now finding its space together with your quick toggles. This will allow you to control your media more easily. Speaking of control, the power menu now comes with controls for your IoT devices if you've set it up with Google Home. It also displays your Google Pay info and your power buttons as well. The recents menu also gets a tad bit more functional, with shortcuts to functionalities appearing below the carousel. Of course, there's a ton more new features in the Android 11 beta, and you can head over to techENT.tv to get all the nitty-gritty details. If you've been looking for a more robust camera app, Adobe has one for you. The new Adobe Photoshop Camera app not only allows you to adjust the levels of your photos, it also comes with some really cool camera filters that you will definitely want to try out. The app is now available on Google Play and the Apple App Stores. It was only a matter of time before Acer started updating their hardware with the latest 10th generation Intel Core i processors. This time, their gaming offerings is getting a small refresh. The company just announced the Acer Nitro5, which now comes with an RGB-enabled keyboard, and also the NVIDIA GTX 1660 Ti and the NVIDIA GTX 1650 Ti graphics cards. The Nitro5 comes either with the Core i5 or i7 processors, with a 15.6-inch Full HD display with 144Hz refresh rate and 512GB of SSD storage. It also has support for an additional M.2 SSD and even a SATA hard disk if you need more space. The Nitro5 also supercharges your internet with Wi-Fi 6 support. The other laptop getting an update is the Triton500, which will be coming with the Core i7 processor. This will be paired with either the RTX 2070 or the RTX 2070 Super graphics cards. It comes in options with 8 or 16GB of RAM and comes with 512GB of SSD storage. It also supports Wi-Fi 6, and prices for the Triton500 start at about 7,999 ringgit. The Nitro5 prices start at 3,799 ringgit. Nintendo has had an eventful few months, specifically when it comes to cybersecurity. The company is facing what seems to be a worsening cybersecurity breach. So if you are a Nintendo fan and have had previous Nintendo devices, and have used your Nintendo ID to sign in to the new Nintendo network for the Switch, it is advised that you change your password and activate two-factor authentication for your Nintendo network. Back in April, Nintendo revealed that they had experienced a security breach affecting people who had ported their previous accounts from 3DS and Wii U. Users were reporting that their accounts were being used to make purchases via their Link, PayPal or credit cards on the Nintendo store, particularly when it came to Fortnite credits. Initially, Nintendo reported that 160,000 accounts were affected, but this number has been revised to nearly double that, to 300,000 accounts. Nintendo is still investigating the issue and has already disabled logging in to the new Nintendo network with old IDs. It looks like Google may be getting back into the social media space. The company has been rolling out GoogleCurrent to its G Suite customers. GoogleCurrent looks to be filling a space that was once filled by Facebook at work. While it's not as wide-reaching as Google Plus before it, the new platform allows seamless communication between members of an organization. Computex is the latest conference to get cancelled in 2020. The conference was initially supposed to still take place in September, but it has been announced that it will no longer happen for 2020, but will return next year in June. Fitbit has also announced the FitbitFlow, their first respirator, and a response to a call put out by a few governments for respirators to be mass-produced at a cheaper scale to deal with the pandemic. The new FitbitFlow builds on MIT's blueprint and is ready for mass production. It is also the first product Fitbit has released that it has developed together with members of academia. Finally, the biggest announcement of the week has to be the unveiling of the PS5. The new sleek dual-tone design echoes the design we first saw in Sony's unveiling of the DualSense controllers earlier this year. As mentioned over on our article at techENT, the PS5 is definitely worthy of being the centerpiece of your living rooms. It has an elegant futuristic design and definitely plays into Sony's Future of Gaming event, which it had for the unveiling. Design aside, Sony also announced a whole bunch of exclusives coming to the PS5 at launch. These include a new Horizon game called Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Sackboy: A Big Adventure, Gran Turismo 7, and so many more. You can get all the deets over at techENT.tv. Well, that's a wrap for a very eventful week in June. Don't forget to tell us what your highlights of the week were in the comments below. And while you're at it, tell us what game you're most looking forward to for the PS5 when it arrives this year. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell so you'll know the minute we have new content. And why not follow us on our social media since you're already here? We're techENT TV on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even on LinkedIn. I'm Jeevan, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.